Hello Print Fam, welcome back. I said I wasn't gonna vlog anymore, but I've made videos both days because I keep getting questions and I keep having these moments that I feel like I should share. And today's video, it's about what supplies I use to make stickers. So I'm going to cover the supplies that I use and then supplies that you could also use. So the main thing I use to print stickers is my HP Latex 315. So they've got the 315, the 335, the 365. You could also do something like the BN20 if you wanted to do something a little more upfront affordable, but it has its pros and cons. Check out the link to my podcast with Derek where we covered it, because Derek used to have a BN20 and switched to the 365. Once I print the stuff on the 315, I cut it and I use the Summa branded, the HP branded Summa. So it's the HP 54 cutter. It uses the Summa D blades, which they're a little bit of a pain to find, and I'm trying to get a supplier to start carrying them. I will keep you posted. I get a lot of questions whether I like this or if I'd go with the Graphtec. The Graphtec FC9000 introduced barcoding, which is the automation which I really like with my HP cutter. So if it was just as good, which I've been unable to find any videos or things talking about it, so if you have one, hit me up, we'll make a video about it. I'd love to do that. But I love the automation behind this. I was talking to Derek in our podcast as well, how he always aligns his media to the right, because then it always is in the same spot, because if they load it backwards it cuts wrong. I don't have that issue because I print barcodes on both sides. It auto flips it if it needs to. So I do love my HP cutter, but the blades are more expensive than, sorry, I got a rubber band on my finger. The blades are more expensive than a Graphtec. The perf cutting is not as good. It still works. It just can't do as sharp of corners and stuff as the Graphtec, and it is more random than the Graphtec. But I do like it. I believe it's a little more affordable, but that's kind of supply number 2. Supply number 3 is my media. So this is my primary media. I actually loaded some print and cut HTV, so that's not for stickers, but I primarily use the LexJet HP Prime Gloss Air GP is what it's called. That's my favorite media. I like it. Well, let me just show you. Sorry, it's a little bit dark and you're gonna have some shadowing, but I'll do my best to block it. So I'll just turn it on. I'll let it turn on. Oh, it's not gonna turn on. We've been having windstorm, so I turned the power off to it. So right here, this is where the media feeds through. And if you have some vinyl, you need to push the media out and through this, sorry, through this area right here, and then even further down into this curing chamber. So right here, HP to me made a design flaw, and there is a lip right here where my finger is. And sometimes the media will get caught on this lip. It will lift up and hit the top of the curing unit, which will scratch it. So depending on the media, like I always have to do that with banner media. I actually had to do it with this heat transfer printable because it will hit and it will strike and cause an issue. But with the HP Prime Gloss, I have found that I can leave it right here. If you load a new roll, then it tends to extend out to here, which is fine, especially if it's a brand new roll because it's usually dirty. So I usually like to extend it anyway. But if it's a roll that I've used, like this one, where I'm already like more than halfway through it, then it can load it to right here, which is right in the print area, and you don't waste media. The other medias that I have, we got them out here. Not all of these are sticker media, like this is banner. This is some static cling, so could you classify it as a sticker? It does stick, but I don't use that. This is some bright line media. This is a matte that I initially bought with a low tack adhesive. In the past, I think this is clear window cling, and then this is perforated for like car windows and stuff. Here, I'll flip it around. I didn't really ever use the matte low tack. I just didn't like it as much because I didn't like the feel of it. I had one customer that wanted matte and they ended up never doing the project. So that's when I made the rule of don't buy media for a customer until I have cash in hand, because they'll change their mind and it helps you save on media. So I did try, personally I tried the HP Prime Gloss CP, which was a little bit little cheaper, less expensive, and I just didn't like it as much. It still had the same features where you could print right from it, but the air seems to be a little bit thicker. It's got the air channels, so it's easier to install, and I just like it better. I've never tried the matte version of it. Most of my customers are not picky by design, because I try not to get picky customers, and so most of the time they leave it up to me. They just want the sticker. They don't care whether it's glossy, whether it's matte, and so I'm trying to reduce the number of supplies, because if I can do that and I can grow the business, then I can buy more media of the same thing, and typically if you buy more, you can get it for less. So that kind of are the supplies that I need and use to do stickers. Now, one caveat to that is my Konica can actually print stickers. I just don't have a way to finish them. So if you were to use your Konica, you can buy adhesive media, adhesive paper, run it through. You can buy, you can buy pre-die cut media. I had some problems personally when I bought some 1-inch stickers that I couldn't get it to properly register. I ended up getting it to work, but I think for me, if I wanted to continue down that path, I would buy a sheet fed finisher like the LC600, because then you could print on just blank sheets and then cut it out. The nice thing about that, if you are looking and you want to go down the direction of laser, you don't need a $70,000 printer. You could get something like the iColor 600 or the iColor 800. I'm still gonna yawn even though I'm not vlogging. And that's a much lower entry machine. I'm trying to get this to not fall over. That's a much lower entry machine, because you can get that for $6,000–$7,000 and still do the same thing. So just a quick recap. The main things that I use to make stickers are the HP Latex 315, the HP Cutter, which you can also use the Graphtec, and then blades and media. So hope that helps. If you have any questions about what I do, why I do it, how I do it, etc., leave those questions down in the comments. Thank you, Cam, for editing the videos. Really appreciate you. If you guys want to support the channel, you can do so with the links down in the description. Patreon, Amazon affiliate, other affiliates, custom orders, all that fun stuff. If there is a media or a product you want me to try, let me know, or send a message to that vendor linking them to my YouTube channel saying, hey, I'd love for you to connect with him and do a review of your product. So that would be super helpful. Wonder if you got to the end of the video, let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you being here, liking, watching, subscribing, and supporting me, even though I have ended the daily vlogging for right now. So thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one, Print Fam.
Huge shout out to our patrons over at patreon.com/TTMS.